Lots of lives. Something just happened and I really want to share it because the young lady was nice enough to spare the 2 minutes to fill me in about Amazon Flex. I was coming out of my apartment. I went food shopping. That's what's so great about the food delivery app gig jobs. I took a break. I was in town. I said, I'm never near a ShopRite anymore. Let me run in there. So I'm coming outside. I said I'll do a few more deliveries. And so I'm bringing my stuff back downstairs. I use a card. I was putting stuff in my car. And in the hallway, I see this young woman, probably about 30. With a yellow jacket on. Got her sneaks on. She's looking good. Well groomed. But she had the bright yellow jacket on. I said, are you doing Amazon Flex? She was like, yes. Where's apartment D? And I'm like, oh, this side. I'm like, how do you like it? She goes, they pay really good. She goes, they pay $18.25 an hour. I'm like, how do you feel going into apartment buildings? She isn't younger than me. I mean, she's definitely 15 years my junior. And maybe younger. She was like, well, it's not so bad. And then she mentioned an area that she didn't like going to, but she didn't complain about the building. I was like, how do you like going into buildings? That's my fear. And that's what's holding me back from Amazon Flex. Now, I go outside and I'm putting the cart into my car and throwing out some garbage. I see this huge white van outside. It's like a workman's van, but it's more modern with the glass door on the back. I'm like, excuse me, is this your van? And she was like, no, they supply it. I'm saying, you're doing Amazon Flex? She's like, yeah, they give you the van. I said, aren't you nervous about driving that big van? It's a large van. I'm just not what I used to be, guys. If I was 10 years younger, I probably would jump on it. I need to get a different kind of job for the second half of my life. But she would, she's in a prime. She was bopping around. She looked great. Clean, nice new jacket, nice new van. I was like, wow, they supply the van. I didn't know that. Now, I live in Long Island, New York, guys. So I don't know if that's everywhere. I was underneath the assumption that Amazon Flex drivers use their own automobiles. Maybe every market is different. She said, they're hiring. They pay $18.25 an hour. That's pretty good. That's real good. But I know the kind of job I got to go for. It's got to be different. That physical, body-pounding labor, those days are over for me. I still got some spunk, but not that much spunk. And she happened to pull up into we're very lucky. We have a very wide parking lot where you could pull up for 5 minutes and no one's going to say anything. People know it's a delivery. She did say, she goes, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt because many people don't answer their doors. They don't answer the bell in apartment buildings. Oh. So I thought maybe it was another company. No, it was Amazon Flex. I wanted to share that. I'm going to a pickup, nice and local. I'm going to tell you one more thing, guys. When I went live before and I was dropping off that order of lobster tails, grilled shrimp, the top of the line shrimp with the batter and all the... I've had that. It's very good, decadent, rich. My heart broke. I delivered to a hotel in Merrick off of Sunrise Highway. And when the young woman opened the door, I already know I wouldn't stay there. reeked of smoke. She had a big black eye, and she looked kind of beat up. She was young. Felt really bad. I felt real bad. I've delivered to hotels before, but I've been very lucky. Families, parents yelling at their kids, don't you dare open that door. I've been really lucky. They get, a bunch of food because they're with their families. I have never delivered. I felt really bad for this young woman. And she looked beat up, and when she was confused, she was like, hi. Because I said, Grubhub. She's like, who is it? I was like, Grubhub. She was like, what? And then she was she seemed a little frail, beat up. Big black eyes. And I was like, oh, it's Grubhub, ma'am. And she was standing there looking at me, taking it out of the bag. He just stopped in the middle of the road. Come on, buddy. Old lady. And I took out the food. She's like, oh, look what he did. My heart broke. I was like, oh my God. And she looked like she could be a pretty little thing. I felt really bad. I never experienced that yet. See, that's what I'm afraid of with Amazon Flex too. I don't know if I can do that. We have a lot of freedom with these app gig jobs, and I know my next job's going to be in a different kind of setting. You don't take that into consideration when you think that you're going to deliver to people. I felt really bad for this young woman. She had a big black eye, and you could tell she was beat up. I felt really bad for her. So that's what happened with that last order, guys. You don't think that. When you take this kind of job, you don't think that. I've been so lucky. That's why I like to stay in my area. I know my area pretty well. And even the more depressed areas around here, people know me as the Uber Eats lady. They see me coming, they're happy. A lot of people don't drive. They use the services, Grubhub, Uber Eats. I deliver to a lot of caregivers during the day. They're living in people's homes, for the daytime while the family's out working. I deliver to that kind of people most of the time. Broke my heart. I felt really bad. So that was that. I'm happy about the Amazon Flex, what I learned. Beth Page, Long Island, she's driving a brand new van. Brand new. She looked good. She was smoking. She's doing a job. She promoted it. She said it's great. She was bopping around. I was like, wow, I never saw Amazon Flex in the building. That was my very first. And she taught me something. Something to consider. You never know. You never know. But if I was 10 to 15 years younger, I probably would do it. I didn't go through all this to go back to that manual, body beat up, physical labor, all the time. I don't know if I could do that again. And she was moving. She was hustling. She had her sneakers matched the jacket. She looked great. I was like, damn. So guys, just so you know, Long Island, New York, she has a brand new van, brand new jacket. She's looking good. She was dropping off. And she said her experience, not so bad yet with the buildings. Hello, Kate's granny. How are you? I'm going to get going, guys. I wanted to share that. I'm picking up an order, and I'm going to do a few more deliveries. I want to be home for the 11 o'clock news. Or on my way home. I can watch the news on the go now. I got YouTube TV. You can watch it anywhere. So I'm not being rude, guys, but I got to get going. I wanted to share that. very interesting about Amazon Flex. I haven't watched many videos about Amazon Flex. I wasn't aware that they supplied all of that. That's great pay, $18.25 an hour. I should have asked her, is it on the books? I don't know. I should have asked her. I'm going to get going. Okay, guys. Suzanne Silva, hello. I haven't seen you in a long time. Good night, guys. And yeah, we sometimes we got to see stuff. That's for sure. I'll see you guys. Have a good one. Bye. Gator.